Hi everybody, and welcome to video 4 in our French Florals series. Now this is a kit called French Florals by Chapter 1 Papers, and the link to this will be below, well, at least to Chapter 1 Papers on Etsy. And I'll go look for the link and see if I can find it directly to the kit to help you guys out. I went back and I took some of the ephemera and a little piece of gauze that I had and put that on there. And put these little pieces of ephemera here. I put my little charm that says handmade. I went back to the little, instead of gold or that other color, I went to the kind of a bronze looking color to go with these. And it says handmade, and then there's a little branch there with some leaves on it. Okay, so then we've got the back side with the double belly band. We've got the pocket over here. And now we're working on this right here. So we need to cut the paper to fit the page before we go any further, I think. So at this point, we need to take this paper and cut it to fit here. Okay, so let's get our pencil out. Our pencil, we both own it now. I'm going to turn it this way because there's a little bit of white there. And we're going to make it, we want to show the stenciling. I'm going to make it this wide. And the length is fine. And then I think to match, we might round this corner so it doesn't just look so square on top of this here. Whoops, on top of this here. So I think we'll round this one corner. We've gone through a bunch of paper so far, and we're only on page 2, so we're definitely going to have to print these papers again. Okay, looks better when it isn't such a big sheet, doesn't it? Okay, we're going to go this wide. We could have gone a smidge wider. That's okay, because the stenciling kind of takes over. But up here is what we want, you know, on either side. Okay, so let's round this one corner. And let's ink it up. That'll make it stand out a little more. Remember, we're using Scorched Timber, which is one of the new colors by Ranger, the Tim Holtz colors. We're not being super careful about making it just thin on the very edge. We're going to ink it along, kind of distressing the corners a little bit. Not a lot, just enough to kind of age it a little bit. All right, I'm just kind of dirtying it up a little bit. We're not going to glue it down now, but I just wanted to get the size down for our flip up, which is, oh, right here. For a minute there, I thought we lost it. See, now the flip up is too wide. we're going to have to go back I really don't want it to be narrower. Are we going to have to put it on a page without a tab? Like this page? Or we can put a wider piece of paper. I thought the one we had was wide enough. I think it's our paper. And this is the paper I wanted to use. Pretty sure I don't want to use any of the others. Well, I could use this one and print out another one of these. Didn't really want to do that though. I had other plans for this paper. All right, let me put you on hold for just 1 second. Okay, well, I went to the printer and I found 3 more papers. I don't know if they're pages we've already used, but I found 3 more papers with the backs printed on them. This one's vertical. This one's horizontal, and this one's horizontal. Okay. So let's cut this one again, and we'll make it bigger. And I guess we'll have to take this down a little bit. And then I'll have to ink the edge. We'll take this edge down a little bit. So let's round these corners. It's not really enough inking there now, is there? Well, there's not that much there either once I cut it. We can't do it now because it would just muddy up the pattern. So let's ink the edge all the way up on both sides. Did not like that squeaky noise. Okay. So let's do this. And we're keeping the other piece that was too narrow. We're keeping that. cut this little bit of white off. I don't think we'll be able to ink enough to cover it. There's a little teeny bit at the top, but I think we can ink over it. Let's round this corner. Should we round this corner too? Trying to decide. This is rounded. I think I'm going to round this one. Try that inking again. Now the other part of this one isn't going to have any print on the back, so we can't use it for a skinny card. We've got plenty of cards anyway. Believe me. Got a couple skinny ones too. This reminds me of a wallpaper pattern. Like in a bedroom, like a pretty little bedroom. Okay. I'm going to have to trim this down a little bit too. So now we're going to put this on here. Yeah, that'll work. And put this on here, and we're going to paper it with this. Let me trim it down just a smidge so we can see our stenciling, which means we're going to have to ink the side of this. Yeah, that's going to be better. And then we're going to have to round the bottom corner of this paper to match the rounded corner here. Okay. So we will, I left this tab on as a way to lift it up. So we've got a magnet on here. So we have to put a magnet on the back of this paper. So we need to get this papered up. Thought I had something on my sleeve. I do. It was kind of weird. It's a dark thread over a dark spot. That looks nice. Let's paper this. We're going to do that with this one. So we're going to cut it in half first. So now we're going to take this and we're going to measure where we want to put it. We want to show off our stencil. So we're going to put it that far over. And then we're going to bring it this far in. And that should cut most of that white off. If not, I'll trim it. No, looks like I'm still going to have to trim a little bit of it. We're going to make a rounded corner up there at the top. For some reason it didn't look like I had rounded the right corner when I had it down here in front of me. So do that there. Now on the bottom of this, for a writing area, we're going to use this cream colored paper. However, we're going to cut it in half. I'm not sure if this is going to work. My paper went flying right out of my paper trimmer. I'm not sure that it's dark enough. Why am I not using coffee dyed paper? I don't know. So let's try that again. I don't know why I didn't think of this before. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to make it the same width as this one. And then we want to make it the length that we need for this. How is that too wide? For the same width. Okay, we want there. Okay, now we're going to round this corner. Then we're going to ink it. I really like this color. I think I said it once before, but I do. There's a lighter color. There's a gray. Oz. Oz. 3. Sorry about that. Yes, I just said 3 to the dog and he stopped barking. It's magic. So now we're going to, there's flowers on this side. Oz, I'm telling you right now, please stop. There's a big truck outside and it's just making him nuts. We're gonna stamp on this side. So we're gonna get our stamping pad back out. And then let's use this one. Almost the whole thing. minor detail of stamping the correct side. It says Gaylord on there. I thought it said Crayola for some reason. Don't ask me why. Okay. Glue this on. A little bitty circle so that we can still move it around, but not as much as on the cardstock. I've never had any trouble with this wrinkling paper or anything like that. Got that writing area. Then we've got one more flip up. And I was thinking that we would do the same thing here. So we'll do the same width. I don't know why my trimmer's squeaking like that. Once again, my paper went flying off onto the floor. So now we're going to round this upper corner. We're going to do our inking, and then we're going to stamp this one with a different stamp along the square side. And we're only going to glue this to the page by this area right here. I want to stamp it first. did it crooked. Alright, it's close enough that you can't really tell that it's crooked. Let me put this one, glue this one. You want to line it up. With this paper. Okay, now we want to glue this to this. I want to have this row of flowers showing. So I think we're going to use this brown line right here as our gluing guide. So let's put the glue on here. Okay, like that. Let's see about our magnet. There it is. We're going to glue this big paper onto here. Working with some seriously big papers, huh? I've been watching that show, The Boys, on Amazon, about the superhumans. Such a good show. I forgot we were going to line up with this. Let's go back just a little bit. So we've got this, then it opens like this, then it opens like this. Now we have this area here that we need to do something with. I don't want to put any more paper on it because I want to be able to see this paper. So what I'm thinking we'll do is I'm thinking we'll put an acetate pocket across here, or we could use this, you could trim it down so that it's not inked and make a sort of hidden pocket even though it's not. Yeah, let's. Okay, and then we're going to make the pocket 2.5 inches tall. Oh, wait. I need to trim the ink off of that. Okay. What's going to be there? Actually, let's do the pocket up to these double blue lines, which usually I don't like to do a pocket like this up to a straight line, but in this case I think it might be better if we did. Okay. It will be easier to line everything up. It's not going to be a true hidden pocket, but it's going to be darn close. So we don't need to ink any of it. Or do we want to just put it on as a regular pocket and ink the whole thing? Need to round this corner. Well, if we're going to do that, we might as well ink it. You know what I mean? If we're going to round the corner and not try to hide it, then we might as well ink it. Then I will come back and put some ephemera on it. Something. Okay. This is going to be the top of our pocket. And if we want it to be really smarty pants, we could put this in there with a couple cards in front of it. I think we have. We do. We have some really big cards in here. Yeah. So we'll get these inked up real quick and get them tossed in the pocket. Which I can do off camera. Actually, let me do the back, this one side. Now I'll lay this like this so I remember to ink it. Okay. Then we'll go on. We're going to go all the way back here because I was going to put this somewhere else, but then it wasn't long enough. So this is another one of our scraps. In fact, it's 2 of them. And we're going to make a double belly band out of them. Only we're going to make one that, oh no, it's just the one piece. We're going to make one that opens. So, and it's going to have a magnet that holds it down. And then that's what's going to hold the second paper. So let's get this paper. Excuse me. Let's get this paper cut in half. I'm just creasing it a little bit at the top in the middle, and I'm marking it with my pencil because I can't see the crease when I get it in the paper trimmer the way my light is over here. So I want to have this writing on here, even though, well, it doesn't matter, does it? Okay, so we want this much. And we want to go by, well, let me get this cut, and that'll help us. We already have the length, so it doesn't matter where I put it. I just want to measure it for the width. I think I'm going to do the other side. So I think I'm going to cut about right where this line is. That way we'll have this mark here. And we need to round this corner. We're going to finish this in the next video. And and then do, you know, another couple pages or whatever. We're doing this. This is a Sweet Pea Papers tutorial, so I'm going to schedule everything else around this. My line dot arrow design team project, and then I've got one day that I'm going to be doing for Mandy over at okay, I know the initials, I think, but I can't. Ideas, inspirations, and I think it's junk journal ideas, inspirations, and something. One day next month. And I will know what it is when I come back. Okay. I think I like that better for the top. Okay, let's cut this off here. Now, do I want to round anything off? No, don't think so. Forgot I was going to have to stencil it. Okay. So I'm going to have to stencil here, here, and here. So I'll do that off camera, and we'll come back in the next video and we'll finish, and then we'll start on a couple other pages. Okay? Well, that's going to be it for this video, and I'll see you in the next video, and that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Okay, bye-bye.